how over the course of the 2016 election and beyond, the Democrats have kind of proven to be the stupid party. Okay, well, maybe I'm being a little unfair. Maybe we should instead call it the completely out-of-touch party, because it's pretty obvious that they don't get it. Now, the Democratic leadership, for example, look, they're facing a really good chance to be able to beat the Republicans in not only 2020, but 2018 as well. I mean, for example, look at Trump. He's at 55% disapproval. He's incredibly unpopular. He has huge negatives. And the Republican Party as well is also historically unpopular. They can be beaten if we actually go left. I mean, the biggest mistake the Democrats made is not to notice that, you know, the country is in a very angry populist mood. Now, they're not just mad at the Republicans. They're mad at the Democrats. They're mad at anybody who feels that they, who actually doesn't represent them. And they feel that neither of these parties represents them. And on a lot of issues, that actually they're actually right. So, with that in mind, what is the number 2 Democrat in the Senate going to do? I think you know where this is going. Now, this is Senator Dick Durbin, who said in a radio interview on Sunday that his party could lose to Donald Trump, not if they keep doing what they're doing, but if they actually embrace the left. Listen.
I think it's going to be an interesting race, and I hope that we field a good candidate. We've got a lot of people interested. I'm one of the few U.S. senators who's not running for president, and I say that facetiously a little bit. But we're going to have some good candidates, and they're going to have to compete in the market of ideas, and I hope we come up with the right person.
Yeah, Sherry Bustos the other day was warning, as a Midwestern member of the House, like you in the Senate, that the Democratic Party better be careful. Don't get too liberal, or you're going to give him another term.
We need to be balanced. She's right about that. And as a downstater like her, I understand she represents a challenging district. We don't give up on our values, but we better be sensitive, too, that there are people with more moderate views and people who may disagree with some parts of the Democratic platform as they are presented. We've got to be open to that possibility.
So you could lose it by being too liberal.
You can. I think you can overdo it. We have to really appeal to that sensible center. It's a thin stripe now. It used to be a lot wider stripe, but it's an important and determining factor in most elections.
That's amazing. No, we don't give up on our values. Yeah. Well, okay, what values did the Democratic Party hold? Because it's obvious that you don't hold the same values as the rest of the Democratic Party. And I can show you in poll after poll of things that they actually care about. For example, among the Democratic Party, I think Bernie Sanders has an 80% approval rating. Either that or it's Medicare for all. Issues like raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. That's a radically liberal idea, apparently, to a lot of people, yet the Democratic base is all over it. So what values do you represent, Senator Durbin? I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question, okay? I wonder if you how you would answer that. Maybe you need to look at some polls of your own voters. But anyway, no, he says we can't go left. We have to appeal to the moderates. Well, how did that work out last time? Isn't that what we did? Hillary Clinton went around saying, you know, we need to go and get the suburban moms that usually vote Republican, that can't possibly vote for Donald Trump. We're going to get them to vote for us, because for every blue-collar worker, I don't think she said that, but somebody said for every blue-collar worker we lose, we can gain 2 people in the suburbs, 2 moderate Republicans in the suburbs. What a ridiculous policy. Number one, you're saying F you to the base. You're giving them the finger. And then you're saying, well, we're not going to represent you. But don't worry, we're going to get these people who are far to the right, who are right-wingers. They're going to vote for us, because screw you. We don't want to be progressive. We don't like being progressive. That's what they're saying. They're absolutely clueless. And this is why I don't like the Democratic Party. This is why I'm very angry. But look, again, the country is in a very populist mood, and they're very angry, and what they don't want is Republican light. And that's what all this talk about moderates really is. This is how much our politics has shifted over to the right. they keep changing the center to go further and further and further right. So what a moderate is basically it's right wing, but it's just less right wing. And they're doing that so they can get Republican votes. But it never works out because they don't get Republican votes. Because Republicans normally reliably vote Republican. Imagine that. No, we're not going to get more votes with right-wing viewpoints. Okay? See, this is the context of the discussion, right? This discussion, this was basically a shot at Bernie Sanders or any other politician that actually takes Bernie Sanders' populist positions. Hey, guys, you better not follow Bernie because you can overdo it. You can be too liberal. And then if you're too liberal, you're going to lose. Extremists do not win elections. Really? Okay, well, explain the Republicans who continue to go further and further to the right and now have control of 33 states. Hundreds of seats are now in the hands of crazy people like Roy Moore. Now, to be fair, there are states, there are places where there are actual moderate Republicans. There's not many of them, but I'll give you an example of two. Suzanne Collins and Lisa Murkowski. Those are two actual, seemingly moderate Republicans, but they're very rare and few and far between. But what we get now is, like I said, as crazy as like Roy Moore. And Durbin wants to, and this is a guy who ran on outside the establishment. I'm not one of those normal politicians, and he's right about that. He wants to run establishment, milquetoast, centrist Democrats against those people. Oh, they'll never vote for the crazy person. Again, I got to ask you, how did that work out? It didn't work out very well. Okay. Oh, but yeah, hey, man, Bernie, by the way, speaking of populism, Bernie didn't win. Oh, but Bernie didn't win, Jeff. Okay, but look who's the most popular politician in America. Tell me whose policy goals are now mainstream within the Democratic voting base. Not the leaders, not the establishment, but the actual voting base. And you can go and look through those polls. And when you come back, you can tell me that if more incrementalist politicians are the way to get out the base to vote for you. I actually want somebody to come tell me that to my face, with a straight face. They won't, because not even they believe it. Okay, and look, maybe Durbin and people like Feinstein and Pelosi, they're either out of touch or maybe they're worried about scaring off their donors by actually appearing somewhat progressive. Or maybe it's both. Very likely. But I know that this idea that we must always come to the center is sort of the part of the reason why Donald Trump won. There's not enough people in the center anymore. There's not enough people in politics anymore. And again, the problem is that the center has gone further and further right, what we define as the center. So to actually get to what was considered a real center, you actually have to go back to the left. And look, I see a lot of people who have left the Democratic Party with Demexit. But I think in reality, it's not they who left the party. It's the party who left them a long time ago. Now, I want to take the party back. Now, if you don't, that's okay. I understand. It's your decision. Unlike some, I'm not going to shame you for it. But the truth is, we need forces from both inside and outside the party to push the Democrats back to the left where they belong, before the Clinton Democrats and the DLC turned it into what we see now, the neoliberal corporate party. Because if the Dick Durbins and Nancy Pelosi's get their way, we're going to keep chasing Republicans right off the cliff. And I'm not interested in that. I'm actually interested in winning. And if one thing is clear, being a centrist, going to that sensible middle, doesn't win anymore. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.